Okay. Hello, everyone who's already in the webinar right now. Uh, just checking in. Okay, just waiting for a few more attendees to come in, and then we will start right away. All right. I think this is already a good number. So, good morning, everybody. We want to thank you for joining Roadmap Consulting's Contract Administration and Compliance Support webinar. It will be a 15-minute presentation. And you'll also have the ability to ask questions during this webinar session. So please feel free to drop them in the chat box, and we'll make sure that they are answered later during the session. You can also set up a consultation with our speaker right after the presentation. And this webinar is focused on educating businesses or business owners about our CAC support service. This webinar will also be uploaded to our YouTube channel, and all links to our social media platforms will be provided shortly before the webinar ends. My name is Wilbert, and I am part of the marketing and business development team here at Roadmap Consulting. And now, a brief intro about our speaker and managing director. Since 2009, Mike has assisted over 300 firms in acquiring government-wide acquisition contracts and GSA mass contracts with Roadmap Consulting's GSA 360 services. And these contract awards have resulted in over $1 billion in task order awards to RMC clients. And without further ado, I am very privileged to introduce our managing director and speaker today, Michael Perch. Mike?
Yes, good morning, everyone. Thank you so much, Wilbert, for that great introduction. Glad that you guys could join us this morning to talk about our contract administration and compliance service offering to help you support your GSA mass contract. We won't take up much of your time, give you enough food for thought to understand a little bit about how we could support you. And as Wilbert mentioned, welcome you to set up a one-on-one session with us so that we can discuss your specific needs. So this presentation should only take about 10-15 minutes, and we'll leave room for questions at the end. And then, as I said, feel free to schedule a one-on-one with us afterwards. We'll be happy to talk to you. So I'm assuming that most of the folks on this call have their GSA multiple award schedule contract and maybe dealing with some issues on the compliance, the adherence to the terms and conditions, or perhaps you're wondering how you can more effectively market your GSA schedule. This presentation will address those concerns. So just to give you an idea as to what to expect. Okay, so what we're going to cover today, 6 points. First, I'm going to talk a little bit about our company's background and experience, tell you a little bit about what we've done for other clients and how we've helped them. Oh, by the way, you'll be seeing poll questions that pop up every once in a while. If you could please respond to those questions, I really appreciate it. Helps us better understand who we have out there in our audience. Okay. So we'll talk a little bit about our background. We'll give you the business case for our service, why it might be a good value proposition for your company. We'll then delve into how we support our clients within the CAC service offering. We will then talk a little bit about marketing and capture management, which is kind of like a service that we add onto our CAC support, which not only helps you maintain your schedule, but also helps you to market your schedule and help your company to grow in terms of revenue. We'll summarize everything in terms of the investment summary, and then we'll talk about next steps should you want to go forward with us. Okay, so a little bit about us. First of all, we've been around, as Wilbert said, we've been around since 2009, excuse me, 2009. And we've grown to over 300 clients nationwide. We have a total of 5 contract managers that will assist you along with me in terms of managing your schedule. We are an ISO 9000 2015 certified company. So what that means to you is that we sweat the details so that you don't have to. We take care of all of your administrative requirements on your GSA schedule to keep you in compliance. GSA 360 is one of our service offerings. We also help companies with their SBA certifications, and we also help with marketing and capture management, as I mentioned, as a separate service as well. We ourselves have our own contract vehicle, or I should say GSA mass contract vehicle. In fact, we just went through our audit yesterday. So thanks so much to our internal team for helping us get through our assessment, as it's called within the GSA world. We did pass with flying colors. If we hadn't passed with flying colors, of course, that'd be an issue since we help so many other companies do it. We don't want to be guilty of being a mechanic whose cars broke down. So we got through it just fine yesterday. Also have several other contract vehicles with the government. But to summarize, as our name indicates, we do provide a strategic roadmap for federal government contracting, successful business practices, implementing those successful business practices, CAC support being one of them. Excuse me. Other ways we can assist you. So we have a variety of clients with various different needs. So we have grown to not only provide GSA support, but we also, as I mentioned, provide SBA and MCM 360 support. We also engage directly with clients on different management consulting type requirements that they may have. So we can be happy to talk to you about that. We also assist with an industry certifications such as ISO 9001 and CMMC level 2 compliance. We do have a strategic partner that assists us with that. So we can work with you on that. We also refer clients to some of our strategic partners in the legal and the CPA accounting field as well. So we pride ourselves on being a one-stop shop for a variety of different needs that you may have as a small business, and engage with us, and we can help you grow from one level to the next by providing those services that we offer. All right, so now we're going to talk a little bit about the GSA schedule. Again, this is all information that I'm sure most of you know if you're on schedule. But the GSA schedule does consist of an initial award period of 5 years, followed by three option years, 5-year option years, for a total of 20 contract years on schedule. And of course, the determination as to whether or not you are able to move from one option year to the next is whether or not you're in compliance within your GSA schedule. And so that's where we come in. We help to keep you in compliance so that you can realize the full potential of the 20 years on contract. And so we do that work for you. There are approximately 14,000 firms on GSA schedule. And let me just talk a little bit about that. Well, first of all, let me mention about 8,000 of those are small businesses, representing about 10% of all the small businesses that do business with the federal government. So what that means essentially is that if you're a small business and you're on schedule, you're part of that 10% group, which is a big deal, obviously. About 65% of all businesses, small businesses, lose their schedule based upon them not meeting their minimal sales requirement. That's a big deal that we deal with a lot with our clients. And so we have developed some strategies to help to address that, which leads me into the discussion I wanted to have about the current state of affairs within GSA. Excuse me. GSA has taken on a more stringent position to enforcing terms and conditions, specifically the minimum sales requirement of $100,000 in the 5-year period of your initial contract and the option years after that. So what we've seen, what they've said, and what we've seen happen is that a lot of companies have been escorted off of schedule because of them not meeting the minimum sales requirement. This is a big deal, something that we have addressed with our clients, and we have come up with some very good solutions to help you avoid having your contract terminated, and be happy to discuss some of those strategies with you on a one-on-one. But suffice it to say that if you have not met your $100,000 requirement in the first 5 years of your contract, GSA will be calling and they will be looking to move you off of schedule. Please give us a call. We could assist you. Okay. So the annual sales is 25K per year, 25K for the first 2 years you're on schedule, and then 25K afterwards. It used to be that GSA did enforce that $25,000 annual sales requirement per year. Now they just look at it at the end of the 5-year term, whether or not you hit the 100,000 mark or not. Usually you'll get an assessment in your 3rd or 4th year that you're on schedule, usually more toward the 4th year. And that's where they will look very closely at your whether or not you're hitting those requirements or the sales requirement, as well as all the others that are listed here. Everything from maintaining adequate, accurate, and current contract administration data. I won't go through the list, but all these different things are part of the audit or the assessment that GSA will do when they come out and visit you. These are all things that we take care of for you so that you don't have to worry about that. We're focused on it. We're ISO certified. We know what we're doing. We've been doing it for a long time, so we could assist you there. And as the line at the very bottom indicates, we do specialize in what we call rescue missions, much like I just described with one of our clients that has been on schedule now for well, approaching 10 years. We did have to perform a rescue mission with him just the other day, and it was successful. And he is now in his third option year, third 5-year option period, I should say, on his GSA schedule. So again, get in contact with us if you're in that situation. We could assist. So now a little bit about our process, how we help companies. The first thing we do is we will do an extensive onboarding process with you to gather all the information on your GSA schedule that we need. We onboard companies often, and we go through a very extensive process to do that. What that then results in is what you see there on the screen, which is what we produce on a quarterly basis to send out to our clients, which is what we call our GSA Contract Administration and Compliance quarterly update. So we address all the issues that GSA will address with you during your assessment or your audit, but we do that on an ongoing basis to keep you up to date, keep you current with all of the refreshes, the administrative requirements, the sales reporting. Of course, we get all of your information to help establish your basis of awards so that we're aware of that. We also monitor all the awards that you get under your GSA schedule to make sure you're in compliance both with the scope of your schedule, i.e. your special item numbers, as well as the labor categories that are maintained, making sure you're within scope there. We do all that. So that's just a report that you'll get on a quarterly basis should you decide to engage with us. Part of the onboarding process is we'll set you up on our collaborative cloud-based platform, which is called OneHub. And that's where we basically download all the information. Of course, this is all great information to have when you go into the assessment with GSA, because they will know that you have been current in keeping the ongoing requirements of your GSA schedule consistently done throughout the entire examination period that they'd be looking at. So this is always you know, very, very good for your GSA auditor to see that you have been maintaining your schedule the right way. And of course, will be a part of your audit, your assessment when that does happen. These are all the folders that we set up for you to basically help you. Of course, also in addition to maintaining your schedule, we also help you to grow your schedule. So we will process all of your contract modifications to add special item numbers, add labor categories, all those things we do for you as well. As far as pricing, all of our pricing is based upon level of effort and service levels. Be happy to go over that with you during our one-on-one. If you should look to engage with us, we will be offering a limited time discount off of our service levels of 10% through May 15th, 2 weeks from today. So again, welcome you to call us up and let's talk and let's see if we can get you a proposal to support you with your GSA CAC. In addition to CAC, we also offer marketing and capture management for those of you who need help in marketing your schedule. We could assist there with the bullet points that you see. I've been very successful, as Wilbert mentioned, in helping to get our clients task order awards over the years, so we can essentially help you with marketing your schedule. We have a very extensive list of GSA best practices as far as marketing is concerned, everything from approaching agencies to put in place blanket purchase agreements, basic ordering agreements, IDIQs, to identifying teaming partners so that you can do a teaming arrangement under your GSA schedule and another company's GSA schedule, all those things. So we could assist you with marketing as a separate service from contract administration and compliance, or as a complementary service. We can do that in addition to helping you support your CAC as well. So next steps, if you're interested, give us a call. Give Aiko, who's our account executive, a call, and she can set up an appointment with myself and one of our contracts managers. If you like what you hear, we can then forward an agreement for services for review and execution, and then schedule a kickoff meeting with you to kind of set the stage for what we're going to do. And as I mentioned, conduct periodic meetings to go over your quarterly CAC status update reports to keep you in compliance with your GSA schedule. That is it. That is the entire presentation. Be happy to respond to any questions that you guys may have, or if you would prefer, again, use the link that you see there to set up your consultation with myself, ICO, and our contracts managers. Wilbert, I'll turn it back over to you. I believe you're muted, Wilbert.
Apologies for that. Thank you so much, Mike, for sharing. So everyone, feel free to drop your questions in the chat or in the Q&A box just below the Zoom feature. And then we have also shared the consultation link as well in the chat box. So feel free to book a call if you are interested to have a one-on-one session with Mike. Mike, we do have a few questions that came in. One from Kay Anderson. Question is, does GSA allow the use of affiliate past performance in pursuing a schedule contract?
Was that affiliate? Did you say affiliate?
Affiliate.
Does GSA allow affiliate? I'm assuming that what you mean by affiliate is a company that you're closely associated with, but not a part of your own company. Um, and I would say that's probably a no, because GSA will only evaluate performance where your company was either a prime or a sub on a contract, a government contract, or GSA does allow past performance in the commercial sector as well. So prime or sub or commercial, but not affiliate is the answer to that question.
Okay. And next question from Matt Selby. He's asking about what are the fees?
Yeah, again, Matt, it's all based upon service levels. So to give you an idea, if you are anticipating for, and each one of our contracts is an annual contract, 12 months. So we anticipate essentially what you're going to be doing over the next 12 months, and both in terms of the administrative requirements as well as any projections you may have as far as contract modifications. So based upon that, we have 7 different service levels that go from one price point to the next, based upon the level of effort. We also have a time and materials contract. So if you just want to have us available when you need us, we can set up that as well, where we bill you on an hourly basis based upon your need for our services. So the best way for us to get that information to you is to schedule a 50-minute consultation with ICO and myself, and we'll disclose that information to you at that point.
And a question from Alice Doss. Does GSA allow a teaming agreement with a firm that is not on the GSA schedule?
Yeah, so in order to have what is called a CTA, or contractor teaming arrangement, where you basically have two companies that are on schedule, combine their service offerings or product offerings, both companies have to be on schedule. It's not to say that you can't do a teaming agreement with a non-GSA schedule holder in order to pursue an opportunity at the agency level. But if you wanted to do a CTA, it would involve two GSA schedule holders. You both have to be on schedule.
And Donnell, thanks so much for your message, Donnell Boykin.
Donnell, current client. Hey,
Yeah.
how you doing, Donnell?
Yeah, Donnell says, excellent information. Roadmap consulting has been very helpful in the past. I am in and will be in touch. Thanks.
Thanks for the endorsement, Donnell. Thank you.
Okay.
Appreciate
And
that.
then on some of our forms, there were actually a few questions that were added. What is the status of the pilot program? It was halted.
Still up in the air. Not sure where it's going. No updates on our end that we've received. Still waiting to hear what's going to happen with that pilot program.
And another question from Aloha Lei saying, how does all of this affect small businesses? Will any responsibilities transfer to state and local government?
Oh, good question. So one of the features of your GSA multiple award schedule contract is that it does have what is called the cooperative purchasing arrangement, which does allow for state and local organizations to use the GSA schedule for their own acquisition requirements. So many of our clients, in fact, one of our clients just recently got a huge award at the state level, and they facilitated that contract award using their GSA schedule. So it can be used not only for federal government contracts, but you can also use it for state and local contracts as well. So for small businesses, that is a major plus. Small businesses are desperately in need of, opportunities, and so your GSA schedule can assist you again in a variety of different ways, state, local, and federal. The one thing I think I talked a little bit about, but did not emphasize, is that GSA is undergoing a tremendous amount of change. In fact, we'll make sure to send you out a blog post that we put out. All the attendees, we'll send them out to you, talking a little bit about the consolidation process of contract vehicles under GSA. And what that means is that the GSA mass is going to get a lot of attention, especially as we go toward the end of this fiscal year in terms of the buying activity. So we're advocating that for our clients as well as companies looking to get onto schedule, good time of the year, good time in terms of the current events going on to be on GSA schedule. In fact, I think ICO, we've probably gotten at least two new clients that are trying to basically get on schedule by July 1, August 1, so that they can participate in the busy season, as we call it, the buying activity that takes place between July 1 and September 30th, where roughly 60 to 70% of the budget is spent by federal agencies during that time frame. So, the GSA mass contract, attractive vehicle to have with the increased attention being given toward GSA, the consolidation of vehicles now happening under GSA, contract vehicles happening under GSA. Good time to be a schedule holder, and not only be a schedule holder, but have your products, your service offerings, your solutions all competitively priced, which is what we really do a good job of in terms of making sure that you're well positioned to compete against all the other companies on GSA schedule for the GSA e-buy requests that come out. So for those of you who don't have your schedule, give us a call. We can help get you on schedule very quickly.
Okay, thank you so much for that. So there are a couple of more questions that are on the registration form, but if we have not answered some of them, feel free to call or email us or book an appointment through the calendar link that was provided in the chat box. So if you have any further questions, it's best to go ahead and secure a spot so Mike can personally answer them in your meeting with them. Any other questions before we go? And if not, well, everybody, we appreciate your time and thank you so much for joining us today and see you in our next webinar. You guys have a great day.
Thank you, everyone.